decrepit life. It's really crippling us. And I pray that Allah gives us the strength to stand up and to throw this life away and to throw all our ties away with material, so that we can realize and take a step and a stand towards the truth. And may Allah give us the strength to stand firmly on this path and to be courageous, because all it takes is a moment of courage when we realize that Allah is the only thing that we need, and we leave everything else behind and we take our journey towards Allah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Who are you?
I am a young Bengali fool who grew up in this country, trying his whole life to be somebody he wasn't.
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 226.
In the past?
In the past, a lot more.
Where are you from?
I was born in Bangladesh. I grew up in New York, and I grew my teenage years. I spent them in Texas.
What kind of family you have?
I have what some would call a bye-bye family. They're supposed to be Muslim, but they have a background of atheist and communism deeply rooted inside.
And what make you think about going back to your Islam, even if you do not have it?
What made me think about going to Islam and going to Allah is that my whole life was fake, and it took me a long time to realize that. And I had this void my whole life. And ever since I was young, I tried to fill that void with different things, whether it be drawing, or later rapping, or smoking, or dancing, whatever it was. It left me empty in the end. And when I tried to find different things to fill this emptiness, like meditation, yoga, Buddhism. I tried for a long time. It was all fake. And I wasn't into Islam at all. I said, it's nice, it's not for me. These Muslim cats, they're not into doing a lot of things, a lot of restrictions. But when I gave it a chance open-heartedly, I said, this is the only thing that's true. And when I caught on to the trueness and the wholeness in it, that's when I decided that Islam is for me, and I know I need the Creator, I need Allah, the Almighty One.
What is the message to the parents, and what is the message to the youth, and what is the message to mankind?
The message to the parents is that we screwed up. We really screwed up with the youth. We tried to put in our own ideologies. We fed them a mush that turned them into mush. And now we have to realize what we've done and how we've corrupted them. And we need to cry ourselves, because we are the biggest criminals of all, corrupting these children and really feeding them a message they didn't need. We have to ask the Almighty One for forgiveness. And now we have to start making the steps to clean ourselves up. Because imagine how they must feel. And to the youth, my message is, open your eyes. Look at everything around you. Look at everything you're searching for. Where did it bring you? Look at where you are now. Are you really happy? You really have what you're looking for? And in the end, what are you looking for? Is it really anything good? Where is it going to lead you? How long can you keep walking around in this life blind, empty, with nothing, wandering like a mess without a goal? When are we going to stop? When are we going to wake up and say, enough is enough? There's a Creator. I can go running around like a chicken without a head in this life, not knowing where to go or what to do, or I can submit to the One. I could realize that my whole life has been guarded, has been planned, has been carried out, and I've been taken care of by the Creator. I can go submit to Him and say, I'm sorry, I really am, I screwed up. I didn't know what I was doing, my parents fed me the wrong message, I looked for the wrong things in life. Please forgive me, please accept me. We could do this, we could take this one step, and then we can begin our lives. We could begin to learn the secrets of the universe, the secrets in our hearts, the ones that we've been hiding from ourselves. We could wake up. All we need to do is take a shoe and slap ourselves in the face. Because the thing that we've been running from is the thing that we're going to return to. We have to return to the Creator, because once we're in the grave, it's too late. And believe me, your death isn't too far away. And please forgive me, I say all these things, and I'm a criminal myself because I don't believe that much. But I know I'm trying. And my message is that death is right around the corner. And I experienced that not too long ago with my uncle and my cousin. He passed away just a few months ago. He was just a couple of months younger than me. And we grew up together. We explored rapping together and different types of art and elements. And we were partners in a sense. And to see him go just in a flash, I remember getting that phone call. I remember someone calling me and say, "Do you remember so-and-so? Do you know so-and-so?" "Yeah, I know so-and-so." Then they told me so-and-so is dead. Made me wake up. What about me? And to the youth, we are really sick ourselves. And it opened my eyes seeing him die and seeing me in the life I was going in. All we need to do is realize that this life is short. What are we going to get? 5 minutes of pleasure. We get a nice girl, a nice guy, a nice relationship. It ends after a few months. It ends so sour. It doesn't go so great the way we want it to. We can keep living in our own dreams, or we can wake up once and for all. We can kiss this life goodbye, because this life of material, you don't like it right now. Trust me, you're not going to like it too much later. And when you're in the grave, then you're going to be kicking yourself. But at that time, kicking yourself is going to be too late. So kick yourself now. Wake up. Say to yourself that, okay, I've been living in a fantasy. Now it's about time. I wipe the sand out of my eyes, the sleep out of my eyes, and I see what truth really is. That I'm on this earth, I have a job, I have a purpose, I was created. I have to go towards that Creator and find out what He wants me to do. I have to act and live according to Him. And trust me, once you leave everything in your life and you go to Allah, like the way I did at one time, when I gave everything up, I said, "Allah, forgive me, I want to be for you." You'll feel like you're flying, like you have wings. And if you're ever lucky enough to sit down in a mosque and to leave this worldly life and just to sit down and realize that now you're with the Creator, you will get such an amazing peace. Now you're going to know where you're going. Now you're going to know the secrets of the life that have always been tickling you. And that's my message. Leave this world. No good. Go towards the one that really matters. Allah, the Creator, the Almighty One. And A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I pray for us all, for the parents, for the youth, and to mankind, to wake up and smell the coffee in sorts, and to realize that the path that we're treading on is not the path that we should be treading on. That there's already a life planned out for us. We're just a piece of clay, and everything we're going through has already been ordained. So why don't we stop fighting our destinies and go towards the Creator, the one who loves us, the one who cares for us, the one who's waiting for us to return to Him. And when we return to Him, we can bask in glory and bask in peace and in enlightenment and in true peace and in true tranquility. And we can have the answers to our life. I pray to Allah, the Almighty One, that He gives us the courage to step up, that He gives us the courage to release all our ties with this world, one by one, slowly coming loose, slowly coming free, that He gives us the opening and the vision and the true light, what they call the infrared vision internally of the Almighty One, the one that allows you to see things you've never seen before, the one that allows you to go through this life with your blindfold off, getting the true rays and the true beams of light of guidance. I pray that He gives us this and more, and that He makes you better than me, because really I'm nobody. We have the power, we have the chance right now to wake up and to be the ones, the slaves of the Creator, because this is the only slavery that will set you free. You can be a slave to your husband, to your wife, to your car, to your clothes, to your status, to your hobby, to whatever it is, but you'll always be a slave. Or you can be a slave to the Creator, the one that will set you free, the one that will set you flying high through mountains, the one that will give you courage, that will give you strength. We could be slaves to Him, or we could be slaves to this world. I say, Allah, please Let us let go of our chains. Let us stop being scared to believe in you. Let us believe in you, and let us come closer to you and enjoy the peace and enjoy the enlightenment and be ones with the truth. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.